Hey there, guys. Good afternoon from Dhaka, Bangladesh. I'm doing quickly a couple of reviews today. First fragrance I'm going to start with is a female perfume from House of Jean Paul Gaultier, and this is a female limited edition from the Classique line, which is a female counterpart of La Male. La Male is a fragrance. Let me just keep it here as well. This is a Christmas edition, but Jean Paul Gaultier La Male is a classic, like been there for many years. Francis Kurkdjian's masterpiece, and then they had so many flankers. Jean Paul Classique, the original one, had so many flankers as well. I did review a few days back, I think, Classique Pinup, and then this other one, I think was the one called this one, I think Divine. Okay, so I have covered quite a few from this line, and I have this one with me especially. It's a summer edition, limited time release, I think in 2018, as far as I remember. It was released in 2018, yes, correct. So it's been in the market for many years, but I think unfortunately these are very hard to find now, rare and very expensive, just like the other fresh version. So this one is called I Love Gaultier. I think André edition, summer edition, something like that. And I finally have this. I did cover one more before from this line, which was called Wonder Woman or something like that. So they have these fancy names, as you can see. Before they released Popeye edition from La Male line. This was a nice little mint aldehydes, like sweet fresh fragrance. Then they release Superman. More or less their fragrances are in limited time bottles, and their juices like tweak here and there, but they more or less are the same, just special edition. So we'll see if the Andre edition is different than Wonder Woman. I reviewed it, but I don't have it anymore with me. So let's go. Okay, so presentation wise, pretty nice. They have this tin can, but one thing is painful. I'll show you. That's why I took it out. This opens up from the base, right? This is the base, but the locking mechanism sometimes are so tight. Sometimes you really have to struggle, and if you sometimes have this, like issue also that it might open and the bottle might fall, or they move and they break the atomizer. Things like that happen. So it's a good and bad in certain ways. And one good thing is inside, if it's locked inside that, there's this like a locking thing for the head, so then it will not move. So that's the tin can of Jean Paul. It's a classic, right? So this is how the bottle looks. This is where the, you can say base or whatever it is stand there is for. But the bottle I really like. It's very classic, like the original classic bottle, but they gave a little bit of a different coloration, like red, pink, and the Andre edition, like you can see, this is the male and female counterpart side by side. They were released in the same year. So these are going for, I think, $400-500 on Amazon and stuff. The female one, I don't know. So it says pull. Okay, so they do have pin, but this will be different than Jean Paul Gaultier La Male lines. La Male line pins are like that. Okay, so when you take it out like that, this is the atomizer. Atomizer is good. Okay, really nice atomizer. And then when you put it back, I don't think it will spray inside the luggage anymore. It's nice, but sometimes can be a little bit painful, So let that settle down, okay, on my hand. And I'll tell you, this one has quite a few nice notes like sugar cane, ginger, sorbet, lemon, orange blossom, that is neroli, tear flower or tire flower, I don't know what that flower is, white florals basically, jasmine, vanilla, musk, and labdanum. So quite interesting notes breakdown. I have the dry down here on the paper. So when I'm smelling my hand, I'll tell you first thing, I opened it just yesterday, okay? It is an initial impression sort of because I've returned the bottle to my friend. But when I sprayed it, first thing it would hit me was a little bit of alcohol blast, which happens with a lot of Jean Paul Gaultiers. Some of my Le Beau Male or Le Beau or summer editions have gone bad over the years. So they don't have very like a good healthy shelf life. Like after 4 or 5 years, fragrance may start going bad. For example, my Popeye, when it was here, okay, this juice level, it went bad, okay, and it didn't happen with Superman. Superman is fine, so I'm using it still, but mostly I use Andre edition, which was the 2018. So these ones were before that, 16, 17, like that. So this one is 18. So I guess due to the 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, almost 6 years, yes. So even if it's intact condition, sometimes they may have a little bit problem with the top note, but it goes away immediately, 5-7 seconds. Then you can start smelling the beautiful opening. The beautiful opening is about that citrus. It's not like classic heavy floral start. It's not that heavy on the sweetness at first. It's more fresher take on classic, and I really like that. Okay, so it goes to a little bit of a, they say the sorbet note and the sugar cane and then the lemon. All this really gives this like a nice sweet, like a sour and citrusy opening, which is like a candied opening, very sweet, still being a freshie. It's very sweet. So I really like the opening of it. If you ask me, I like the Classique a lot. The original Classique is so beautiful. I really want to own it, like the original, the one that came with Lamal so many years back. I love that Classique. I think that has a top-notch performance, like 8 to 10 hours. This one, it's not gonna press that much. Like it goes like 5 to 6 hours on me, like 6 hours in colder months. I can detect it, but the dry down, it's the one that stays mostly. So I would say it's a summer release, obviously, but it can be wearable all year round due to the sweetness. Afterwards, once those citruses wear off, what's going to happen is you're going to start smelling those typical Classique, that powdery floral dry down, which is the Classique smell, but remains lighter than Classique. So doesn't beat the original in performance. Some people say this is similar to Wonder Woman, like some ladies said. Is it Wonder Woman? I remember, like, I did review it. You can check out my review. I'll leave all the Gautier reviews below. So I don't really remember exactly if it's the same, but it has the similarities. They don't have that much of difference. So if you're a collector, every year almost they release these, so you can collect it, but it's not worth the $200-300 they're asking for. So it's a nice little perfume. In general, this is gonna be sold like for 100, 100 USD. Those are the prices you expect. At least I'd say $85. If you can find it for a better price, definitely scoop it up, but always check if the fragrance has gone bad or not. If they don't allow you to check, then you are actually flirting with the risk that it may have gone bad over the years. Okay, so there's always that problem. But Jean Paul Gaultier, sometimes the fragrances, like I think one other house, I had one more fragrance called Carolina Herrera, 212 Sexy Man. That one has gone bad. So some houses of designers, the fragrance juice, they do go bad. Well, some of the other ones, they don't, right? Many houses, they don't. So that's one thing, maybe quality or whatever the reason is, their juice go bad. But this one hasn't gone bad. It's just that 5 to 10 seconds of initial alcohol plus, then it's really nice. So one other thing I'll tell you, the fragrance just gets stronger and stronger with year in performance. Okay, so for example, this one perhaps initially when it was launched, people said they got like 3 to 4 hours. Now I'm getting like 6 to 7 hours pushing, so that's not bad. So as the juice get older, sometimes they get stronger, right? So that's also good. So it's a good fun fragrance. It could be a good fragrance for everyday casual usage, but not for formal occasion. Not very dressy. It's a day-to-day use, sweet, fresh kind of a floral fragrance, and white florals a lot, right? So there you go. So overall, I am very excited. Like, I actually got to review this. I have actually scored one of the fragrances which I'll review in a few days. See, these are things I love in my journey. Lacoste Essential Sport. This is very rare to nowadays find, but I did find it. So in the journey, these are special moments, right? So overall, I give this a solid 8 out of 10. I love Gautier André summer edition for women. Check it out if you haven't, and if you have it, enjoy wearing it. Have a nice day. Thanks for watching. See ya.